Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I just finished part 1 and I'm on to part 2 of Nightmare on Elm Street, titled Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Freddy goes inside a little boy. No, I'm just joking. Freddy Krueger's Revenge, or Freddy's Revenge, because, okay, it starts off pretty interesting. It starts off with a bunch of teens on a bus in the 1980s, because why not? And the driver drops off kids, and then he misses a stop on purpose and then just drives into a freaking in the middle of like freaking nowhere, dirt, whatever, weeds and whatever, desert area, which is is interesting, but yeah, and then he's like, and then the bus driver turns into Freddy, while the main character and is on the bus with two really hot girls that grew up in like the 80s and are like 1980s actors and actresses and whatnot. But that's besides the point, because this movie is like almost 30, 40 years old. Wow. Almost 40 years old. Wow. But oh my god, this movie is hilarious because it's literally Freddy Krueger just slowly possessing a teenage boy, and it's just hilarious just the thought of Freddy, who's played by the greatest and most talented horror character actors to ever exist, Robert Englund, is just hilarious. Just to know that Robert Englund's character in part 2 is his purpose of this movie is just to solely possess and kill this random teenage boy for no reason. Like, that's his purpose. That's the whole entire plot of part 2, is to possess a teenage boy for no reason, just for shits and giggles. That's literally it. And it takes place 5 years later, because, okay, interesting, which means Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 takes place, I want to say, in 1989 then. But if it's the other way around, if Nightmare on Elm Street takes place in 1980, then 1985 would be the right time frame, which I could be mistaken. It could be 1985 5 by the right timeline, but for release for for like for like for like the time period, I would say 1989. If it is 5 years later from when the first one took place, which would probably make sense. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if it's 1980 or 1989, which I never really knew or understood when I watched it as a little kid. I never understood how time in movies matter. But now, as an adult, as a 26-year-old adult man, I kind of do, which is interesting because I never understood time in movies or time jumps in movies, but now I understand why, because it propels the plot and the other films that might follow it afterwards. But part 2 is freaking hilarious and great on its own. It is funny because it's all about Freddy because it's all about Freddy possessing a teenage boy just to have him kill people for him, just for shits and giggles. Like, literally, that's the whole entire plot of part 2. It's just Freddy having fun, being inside a random teenage boy, and watching him lose his mind and try and make the random teenage boy that he's inside of kill for him, which is nuts. And it's just a great film. It's just so funny. And I had a similar dream. For the record, I did have a similar dream back when I was like a kid. And now, when I had that dream, everything I like lay on or sleep on somehow shakes and moves on its own. Not me. I'm not moving. The bed just moves or whatever moves. And this is literally how that one scene is literally how everything that I sleep on, or just about, give it enough time, starts to shake and move on its own. Like, yeah, it's interesting, but it happens. Trust me, it happens. But yeah, it's an interesting movie, and it is so freaking funny. Just to watch this movie and understand its plot, it's just so great. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far for right now. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you want to comment. And yeah, that's it, pretty much. But anyways, once again, that's all I have for you guys so far for right now. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Excuse me. Thanks. Bye.